During his tenure at ISRO, Dr. Rangarajan has held several key leadership positions. His role as director, where he provided visionary guidance in the design, development, and optimization of critical national space missions. His work spanned a broad spectrum of domains, including aerospace systems, engineering, communication, and navigation satellites, launch vehicle integration, and mission assurance. Under his direction, several flagship programs achieved notable success, contributing to India's growth stature as a global space power. Beyond his technical leadership, Dr. Rangarajan is widely recognized for his commitment to fostering research, collaboration, capacity building, and knowledge transfer between academia, industry, and government agencies. He has been actively engaged in mentoring young engineers and researchers, promoting interdisciplinary innovation in areas such as AI-driven aerospace systems, space cybersecurity, and autonomous space technologies. Dr. Rangarajan's exemplary service to the nation has earned him the respect and admiration within the Indian scientific community and beyond. His continued association with academic and research institutions reflects his passions for advancing India's technological self-reliance and preparing the next generation of scientists and engineers for future challenges in space and defense technology. We are privileged to have Dr. Srinivasan Rangarajan with us today, and we look forward to his valuable insights and inspiring perspectives of evolving landscape of space innovation, AI, and cybersecurity in space systems. Now, I would like to call Dr. Rangarajan up on stage to share a few words and insights about the community. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So let the group, Krishnan, Bandari, and aerospace department and students particularly. See, it's always, I feel very happy to be with the students because at least for that 1 hour, I'm going to be of your age group, not the 77 which I am. I feel very happy to interact with you. So I would very much want you to continue to interact. I was telling you at HOD that I am one of those lucky ones who can travel to Jain University in less than 20 minutes, which is very unusual. And therefore, you can certainly make use of that, and I'll come over here. I live very close by. Well, this particular topic is of great interest, so let's move on. Basically, what I've been asked to talk about is a snapshot of the Indian space industry to some extent, because Dr. Krishnan was the person to talk ahead of me. Due to some personal reasons, I had to leave a little earlier, so he switched it with me, so it's very nice of him. And so what is going to happen is some of the topics he will elaborate even more, because he is the author of some of the restructurings and all that. I'll go fast over that. And dependence on digital technologies, autonomous systems, interconnected networks and so on. And the cyber threats, I would like to introduce the variety of them. And some of them I leave behind my presentation so that you can go through at leisure. There's a lot of material I just gathered, put it together. So you can come back and write an email kind of thing like you told Professor Iyengar's thing. So send an email, I'll definitely respond to you if there's something which is not clear, which requires additional data. Then we'll study digital twins, of course. Just talking very much about the digital twin, we'll discuss that. Because incidentally, in way back in 1970s, late 70s, I was the one who introduced this concept of a software simulator, which today they will call it digital twin. That time I call it software simulator because what was happening was I was in the mission group in ISRO, and when we joined there, very, very few people have had that kind of a mission knowledge. But then we have to train the people who will operate the satellite and all. For training, we have to give them an idea of what the data will be and all, so that before the launch, they get some familiarity of what to look for and all that. It will be a big surprise. So when you want to do that, we were going through all documents, and when ESA document, European Space Agency document said, you can record the actual data of the integrated satellite when it's going through testing. You put it on analog tape, big tape, a tape of 16 inches or something diameter. On that you record that tape, and we bought all tape recorders and all in Hassan and Racetrack Bangalore and Sriharikota, and you mount the tapes, and the tapes will just run and then will play on our software which is showing the telemetry data, so that person who has given the command can see what effects it will produce on the satellite. But then, when I first saw this, I was the one who did that, but then I realized it's so uninteresting, because if I were the operator, always I try to put it in the other man's position. When I'll get very bored. When I give a command, it should change the status. Here, command is already given, and therefore the tape is showing as though you have given the command. So I will purposely go for a cup of tea, come back, it would have acted. So I know that, okay, this is not very good, so let us create the software simulator. We immediately started on that. Within 6 months, we had one of the best software simulator, which we started using it and developed it more and more and more. It's very dynamic. You can do anything you want to do, which you are afraid of doing it on a satellite, you can do it on the software simulator. At first, computer may crash. You can buy another. So therefore, the point is, that is what now today, they have very different names. You call it digital twin. Oh, great. The digital twin is a kind of a software simulator with all the features of the real system. So you have that, and detecting these unauthorized commands and all are very important. That we'll study some of the various techniques which are available, and definitely there is a workforce gap, because very often you people ask a question, what should I specialize? Which is the area which is most likely to give me good opportunities for employment and so on and so forth. Please look at this, where it gets fusion of engineering, innovation, and cyber resilience, which means that you have to learn a little bit of AI, a little bit of machine learning, a little bit of everything, so that you will be able to contribute. Though your primary field is aerospace engineering, not everybody does the same thing here. Like many people come and ask, can I join ISRO, can I work for ISRO? Thinking, you're joining ISRO and then building one satellite or launching it or things like that is the only job. No. Well, later I'm going to show to you the field of work which you want to do. Space is something like which covers everything. And therefore, anybody and everybody can have something to do with the space sector. And that is what is the purpose of all of us trying to say that, okay, some transitions have taken place which will allow each one of you take advantage of this space revolution in India. Okay?
Almost, I am telling you, we are all coming from a very poor background. I am not very boosting myself. Almost all people of this generation or just before my generation would have come from the very poor background. The poverty depends on the degree only, but generally poor. We had only bulb, there was no fan in the house, there was no mattress, there was no cot, only mattress on the floor, there was no dining table, you were squatting on the floor and eating. There is one toilet behind, you have to go up, out, not embedded, only wells were there, you have to draw water from the well, no pipes were there. Firewood, no gas, nothing, no mixie and all manual grinding only, everything. My mother and all struggled, I saw. From there, I come and standing in front of you talking about technology and talking about all these things, just because of education. Just because, take it seriously, I'm telling you. Take it seriously, education, and see whatever, not the textbook what you learn, I'm telling you. Not the textbook, don't worry about marks and textbook. Just pass through. Don't worry about that. I'm not giving you a wrong direction, but you must be passing, because there should be some kind of criteria for you to be selected. But rest of things, accumulate knowledge, information which is useful to the country, useful to you for further living, refines you better to think. Education should make you think as per Einstein. You only thought that if education doesn't make you think, you are not educated. Information, whatever you gather from textbook, you just memorize it and vomit it back, you get marks. After that you forget, what is the use? If it is not implemented, it's not of use. So whatever implementable only stays in your mind. Whatever is not implementable is not stays in your mind, goes out of your mind, filter. So all these things are very important in education system, what you call now. Experiential education part they call in NEP 2020. Experiential education. First you experience things. In US and all, if you go, they will make you
Now I request Dr. Sudesh Shastri sir and Dr. Dattaguru sir to hand over the memento to Mr.